Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Jennifer Diamond, and I live a whole food, plant-exclusive, sofas-free, gluten-free lifestyle for health and well-being. And I'm in the garden today, so I thought I would take you around, give you an update. It's been 4 months or so since I shared with you about starting my garden up again, and I will link that video in the show notes if you haven't seen it. But I'm currently in the side of our house, and I'm standing in front of our blackberry bush, which is not blooming yet, but we had to move it. It was originally in that corner, and it was going underneath the ground and going up in the garden bed, and that is a no-no. So what I've learned about the blackberry bush is that it really doesn't behave well enough to be on its own in the ground, and so we moved it into this beautiful pot, and it's doing really well. And so anyhow, I just thought we would show you this, and then hopefully next time maybe there'll be berries for us to share with. So I'm going to take you over to the first bed, and we're going to talk about what's been happening in there. And you may see Bentley. We're babysitting for Bentley. He likes to chase shadows. So stay tuned, and let's get over to the bed. Okay, so I've got my little bag of tricks in here, and so let me just tell you what I have in here. I always try to use some kind of knee pad, and I think it's really important. That thing I've had forever and ever, and I'm going to put on some gloves, and I've got a couple tools here in case we decide that it's a good time to try something. So I just kind of wanted to show you what's in my bag, and I also have some clippers. But I'm going to get down on my knees on my pad, and I'm going to put my gloves on, and let's talk about this. So, I mean, look at this. I'm pretty excited about it. These were all from seed, and some of it is looking really fantastic. Everything is green, and some of it's not here at all. So way over on this edge here, we planted sunflowers, and I don't see any sunflowers. So maybe they'll come up. Sometimes things come up and not in an order and not all at one time. So I'm hopeful. And then in the corner pockets, I still have leaves and stuff that need to be cleaned up, but in the corner pockets, if you look past that, there's also nothing there. And we had planted some flowers. I think they were marigolds, but that doesn't mean that they won't come up. Actually, if you zoom in over here, these were my first flowers. Can you see? And they're starting to already go. I do have a picture. I'll see if I can insert of this one. It was a beautiful flower. I'm not even sure what it is, but so there are some flowers. It's important to have flowers in your garden. It helps balance bringing pollinator bees and other insects into the garden to help things. Okay, so the next thing we have here is dill. And look at this dill. Doesn't it look beautiful? I mean, I'm just going to try to move it around to see if I can get any kind of dill. And you know what? It's not really strong. I am going to take my glove off. I don't really smell very much here, but I'm pretty sure that's the dill. So wouldn't that be funny if that was like the sunflower, which I know it's not. Anyways, then we had a row here, and these carrots. Now, what in the world is going on in between everything? It looks like spinach, and this bed had a ton of spinach at one point, and we didn't plant spinach here, but spinach seems to be everywhere, and you know what? That's okay. I'm going to eat it. But these are the carrot rows, and I feel like let's check and see if there are any that are ready to be dug up. And how I usually tell is if I go in here, can you see this all right? And I try to see if I could see the top of a carrot. And I I don't really see it yet, but I know it's there. I don't want to pull it if it's not ready. Let's check a couple more. And I don't know, maybe we'll find something. Let's see, can you see at the bottom here? See, you don't really see a carrot yet, but this is definitely carrot. And look at all this amazing spinach. This is, we'll call this spinach surprise, because we didn't know that it was going to be there. And so let me see if I can see a little bit of carrot top yet. Well, I can. So let me see if I can show you. If you look way in there, and it's really hard to see, there is, let me get my finger out of there. Can you see the top of the carrot? Oh, let me see. Anyways, so that is still growing, and we'll come back to that to pick, maybe not today, but soon. And then we're going to scooch over, and you know what? This is more spinach. But what's really exciting is you can see this right here, this, and all of this, arugula. Oh, I'm so excited about the arugula. Anyways, I'll just show you that a friend of mine gave me this little piece of dill also, and just said, stick it in your garden, it will grow. Well, I don't know. I'm just letting it sit here, but that's not originally what we planted. So moving down a little bit more, you will see that we have what is just looking so beautiful. Look at this. Does anyone know what this is? This is Swiss chard. Yeah. And I thought we, I was going to say I thought we planted rainbow, but it looks like it's red Swiss chard. And do you see how beautiful the stems are, and the veins, and the red color, even like in the front or the back? I mean, that is magnificent. So I am really excited. We got some nice Swiss chard. Now, I've grown Swiss chard before. Actually, the very first time I ever grew it, I didn't even know what to do with it. I wasn't eating it. I don't know. Somebody at the garden store, the nursery, suggested that I get it. And the leaves were, one leaf was so big that when my husband brought some to his office to share with another coworker, I had to put one leaf into a trash bag because it was that big. So I haven't let them go that long. I could certainly start eating these now, or I can let them go a little bit longer. So let's move on here. And this just looks like all spinach. Now, somewhere in here, we have some other plants. Let's see, I'm gonna look at my paper. And of course, the corners were supposed to be more flowers. And again, I don't see them, but I do see, spinach. So we have lots of spinach. I think that's everything in this bed. Let me just double check here. No. I think oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like we did intentionally put spinach here. I had to check my notes. We did intentionally put spinach here. Spinach looks great, and spinach also looks like it, got out of hand, like the troublemaker on the playground kind of thing is how I'm looking at this. So we have spinach, we have Swiss chard, we have arugula, we have carrots, and we have dill in here. And I am super excited about that. That's what I see coming up so far in this bed. Let's go to the other bed and take a look and see what we have growing up. Let's...
Please hang up and try again.
Let's take a look at the other bed. So here we are in the second bed, and the first bed that we were just at typically grows faster for us, and I was talking about the soil mix in the first video that we put together on our garden. And this garden bed has a mixture of different soil and some of the newer soil when we amended. And this bed typically It's okay. Hi, Bentley. This bed typically grows slower, but longer. And the other one grows faster and not as long. So here we are. And right over here, we planted sunflowers. And I don't see any sunflowers. And that's okay. Now, then we have some onions were supposed to be next, and I don't see any onion. What is this one? Is this an onion? Oh, this might be something. I can't tell yet. So, you know, I'm not surprised by this. So it would have been in this area. Moving down, this is working out. Can you tell what this is? Curly kale. Yay! Look how beautiful the kale is doing here. I love it. And some of this is ready to eat now. Everything looks nice and green. So, so here we have the kale, and you know what? If you kind of go back, actually, I'm going to just lean in here to show you that it looks like we might have some onion. Look at that, and maybe one back here. So slow and steady wins the prize, and I don't really see any others, but that's a good sign. How exciting. That is really great. So then we go back past the kale, and I had planted some lettuce. Now, I don't know about you, but I see spinach. And I don't see lettuce. And the lettuce that I planted is a lettuce that I planted last time, and it was so cute. These little lettuce heads, and this doesn't look like it, but I am not giving up. I always encourage the bed to just keep swimming, like they say in the movie.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Anyways, let's see, I'm gonna look at my, oh, and then over here at the end was supposed to be broccoli. Now, I don't really see any broccoli. And that in the corner over there could be an herb, because we planted parsley, basil, cilantro, oregano, and dill. And so far of those herbs, in the other bed, we only noticed the dill. So that's one thing that I get for not marking, but that's how I did it this year. And then here is our serrano pepper plant. It's still going. I still need to groom this up a little better. I would love to clean out some of the leaves, but you know what? I don't really have to do much with this bed, either of them. There's not a lot that I've done since planting this. The water system that we have in here, I'll just mention that. Now, when we first put it in, we bought it. I was super excited, and it's doing a pretty good job. But we bought the one that doesn't have the corners. So it's like an L, and then the edge is not a square. And we did that because of these wooden pieces that we have in the corner. But as it turned out, you might be able to see them over there, that wooden piece. But as it turned out, we really needed that extra piece. And it was a little bit smaller than when we had measured. And so I reached out to the company and I asked them, can I buy the corners? And they said, no, you can't do it that way because of the way that they put it together. You don't want it to leak. I would have to return it, and it was in the return window, and then rebuy the one with the corners. And I thought that was great, except that they wanted to charge me $50 for shipping. So, wah, wah, wah. I don't know what to say about that. I wasn't happy with that customer service. That's a lot of money. I don't mind paying, a little bit for shipping, but, well, the truth is I do mind paying for shipping. I'd rather not. I'd rather be able to get the product that I want when I'm ordering from a company and supporting them. So, but outside of that, it's been a good system, and so I do still have to come over and water the edges on occasion. So let's go back over to the first bed and taste a few things, shall we? Okay, so we're back over at the first bed, and normally when I, get some stuff out of the garden, I usually have a basket, which I didn't bring with me because we're not really going to collect a lot right now, but I do want to show you some things here. I'm so curious about this plant here. I know this has to be some kind of herb. I guess it is the dill. I'm going to go ahead and clip one of these. Look at that. Dill, okay, it's just not as fragrant as it usually is. That's why I'm questioning it, even though I know that's what should be there. I mean, I don't believe that this is sunflower. No, not at all. Okay, so I'm gonna get a few things and then we're gonna taste. Or should we just taste as we go? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, I didn't even wash it, but... Oh yeah, oh no, definitely dill. It didn't smell like a... definitely tastes like dill. Yay, we have dill. We have dill. It's like a new baby. We have dill. Congratulations. It's a dill. Oh my God. So I'm going to use this in a salad later today. I think what I might do is just put it in my bag, even though I usually bring a basket or something nicer. Yum, that was good. Okay, so the carrots, I really was going to wait, but I feel like, gosh, do you want me to pick a carrot, even if it's a small one, just to show? Might be fun. I mean, we have been waiting 4 months. I'm going to go for it. I will only pick one just to show. And I anticipate that it is going to be a small carrot. It's not going to be real girthy or anything, but you want to see it, don't you? I do. Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do to get the carrot, and I usually let my grandson... Well, I won at the time because he was the oldest one. Now any of them could do it. I usually I loosen it and let them pull it, but none of them are here right now. So I am going to loosen up the dirt at the bottom a little bit. Oh my God, do you see how cute this is? It's a little carrot. I can already see it. Can you see? See, it's just a little tiny thing. But I do want to show you. So I'm loosening it round, 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 and then I'm just going to pull it. And we can eat the carrot tops, we can juice them, and of course the carrot. Now I'm not going to be able to taste this without rinsing it off, but oh, see? I knew it wasn't ready, but at least you got to see, right? And so it's starting to get thick and it just needs more time. So we will wait on the rest of them. But I am super proud because this was a seed. And so I am going to wash this and I am going to taste this with you. And I'm going to put it in here for right now. Now, let's get to this out of control spinach, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and cut some of the spinach. And I usually don't just grab a bunch. I actually go through and pick the bigger leaves. And so I have some bigger leaves here, and I'm just going to clip them. Now, you could clip them with something like this. Here's another one. Here's our spinach leaves. You could clip something like this, or I'm going to put this down. I always try to lock my tools because you don't want anything to accidentally poke you. Or another way to do it is to literally go in. Let me see if I can see this leaf right here. We're going to get him. And I usually, if I don't have I pinch it. I pinch it. And it's hard to do with the gloves on. So let me take the glove off because here we go. Whoops. Okay. Here it is. Ready? And I just pinch it. But, that's just what I do. I don't know that that's a real gardening technique. It's the Jennifer technique. So anyways, we have some of these, and let's go ahead and taste these spinach leaves. They look fantastic. Of course, I would recommend when you pull stuff out of the garden, you go and wash it. But I'm just excited, and I'm just sharing with you. Oh my God. There is nothing like the strong flavors of freshly grown food. It's so good. And, spinach at the grocery store is great. But food, and I'm saying spinach because that's what I'm eating right now, that you grow yourself has such a robust flavor that you can't get anywhere else. All right, so I'm going to take a couple of these leaves, and I am going to come back and gather a bunch of this in a bowl and use it for breakfast or whenever I'm ready to eat. Okay, so I don't see anything else here about the lettuce, but I do see arugula. So let's go ahead and pick some arugula. I don't even remember growing arugula before, but isn't it cute? I'm again going to take my glove off. It's really important that you wear gloves in case there's a critter in here and you don't want it to bite you, but I'm going to go ahead and just, I pinched it, took off a leaf. Oh, look at how cute it is. Here we go, ready? Wow. Okay, peppery flavor on steroids. Oh! That would be arugula. That's fantastic. I love it. I'm so pleased with this. Okay, moving over to the Swiss chard. Woohoo! Let's get a big leaf. How about this guy right here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down into it as close to the base as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to clip it. There we go. Look at that. Here's our leaf. Stunning colors. And you know, this has a little, I don't know, sun damage or whatever. It's not a perfect looking leaf, but it's nice and big and looks healthy to me. No bugs or anything on it. All right, here we go. Ready? No wonder rabbits want to get in here. This is good stuff. Yum. Okay. I mean, win, 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 win. Ding, 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 ding. And so I feel like the rest right here is either I'm not sure what it is or it's more spinach. So I bet this is some kind of herb, but I just don't know what it is because I forgot. So let's go back to the other garden and see if there's any extra things we could taste, and then we'll go in. I'll at least rinse the carrot off and munch that little baby for you while we wait for the rest of them to get a little bigger. Okay, so there's more spinach here, and I'm just really excited. I'm going to go right into the kale. And you know, one thing I want to say about being able to go into your own garden and just eating right out of the garden, for me, I feel really comfortable doing that because I know there's no sprays on this. There's nothing in this. This is just the way it was supposed to grow. Now, normally I would not just eat out of the garden like that, like a full-on thing. I wash all my produce. But for you today, you know, I just want to show you that it's clean, it's good, it's fresh, and it's a miracle that it came out of this little seed that I had in the freezer. So, okay, let's go and take this nice, I just clipped it right, and you can see how I clipped it a little bit at an angle. Look at this nice piece of kale. And that is beautiful, isn't it? So there are so many varieties of kale, and this is just, you know, just the one that I have, of course. And I can see, look, there's a little debris in here. This would be a good one to wash, but I'm just going to taste it at the top, and that's just what I'm doing. Cheers. Wow. Okay, this is a strong flavor too. That's all of them are just robust in their flavors. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I mean, wow. So I'm just gonna, let me just grab a few things here. Let's just see what we have. We had such a fun time. I mean, look at this, look at this. All things that are gonna heal, that are gonna help with healing, with giving me great success with my cell rejuvenation. And oh, I dropped this little guy, but I'll wash him. And so here you go. Just some of the things in the garden that we tried together. And one carrot that I got to wash to try because, well, I don't believe that there's enough B12 in that. So I'm just going to wash him and we'll taste him in a minute. So in the meantime, let's go talk about a few other things before we sign off. Okay, so we have our little taste testers here. I'm going to just set them in the sink and give them a little washing. Here's a beautiful little baby carrot that wasn't really officially ready, but you know what? I got excited and I wanted to show you. And then since we're in here, I'll go ahead and wash the kale. And I'm just rinsing it with water. And our half-eaten piece of Swiss chard. Here's our little bit of dill. What a pretty, pretty dill. And our couple of spinach leaves. And so you can see here, maybe I should turn this around. This is kind of pretty. Let me show you. This is our sample of today. And so let's go ahead and taste the carrot. So I'm going to just cut this tip off. This is edible, but I want you to see inside. You know, I don't peel my carrots. I just eat them the way they come. And of course, like I said, this is really way too early, but I got excited and wanted to share it with you. And so let's take a crunch. That's just going to get better and better. Oh man, I wish I had a field of carrots. Can you imagine? Yummage. So, yum. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyways, I had to just come in. I got super excited. I could have tasted it now that it was all clean the way I would normally do it, but I just had to show you in the moment. Let's go back outside and look at a couple other things I've been wanting to show you. Come on. So I just wanted to share a quick thing on our way to show you some of the trees that we have. Yesterday, I was invited to go to a garden club in my area, and I was went there, and it was amazing what some of these people can do. Just beautiful gardens, and they shared some of their plants, seeds, and I just, as we're walking by, I want to show you what I have here. And I hope that I say this in the right order, but I think this right here is an Asian herb. And I have to look up this stuff, but this is just what I was told. If you know anything about these, please leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live or post new videos. And give this a like, give this a thumbs up, please, so we can help spread the word. And if you know about these, if I'm saying the wrong name, please chime in, as I am no expert. I just try to learn and share what I know, and sometimes what I don't know. So I think this is Asian herb, and I want to transplant that. And then, isn't this the cutest little thing? She was giving these. This is called Mother of 1,000 succulent. Perfect here in, succulents go well here in the desert. And then we have King Humbert, which is this. And this is a beautiful looking share. Wow, it's rooted in everything. So that's that one. And then we have this. Look at this. Onion, the scallions. And, they said just put it back in the ground. So, I thought this is edible, but they said put it in the ground. So I'm going to put it in the ground and we'll see where that goes. And then I got some seeds. They had so many seeds to choose from, but I actually have a lot of seeds. I recently had a girlfriend mail me seeds that I have been trying to share, and I need to get in the garden. But these are mammoth sunflower seeds, and these are bell pepper. I'll turn them over so you can see the size of those. And if I can't get to them right away, I will put them in my freezer. And going next to it, this one is strawberry clover. I don't know exactly what these will yield for us, but I'm going to give those a try. So I just wanted to share that with you. And let's now head over to some of our other trees, and I can show you what we have. Okay, so I'm over in another part of our yard, and I just wanted to share with you my lemon tree. It's a dwarf lemon tree. Many, many years ago, like probably 12 years ago, my daughter gave this tree to me as a gift, and it was in a pot. I think she got it at Costco, and it sat in a pot for a long time, and it just never did very well. Eventually, we were able to put it in the ground, and people, including some of my gardeners at the time, were saying, maybe just get rid of it. Just throw it out and start over. It just wasn't doing well. But do you know what? I saw life in it, and I believed in it, and I just kept nurturing it, and it still has some work. But I'm super excited to say that there are green leaves on here. There are some yellow, so I think it needs some extra nitrogen, which I will do. But if you zoom in to areas like right where my finger is, here's a bunch of them, bunch of flowers, and they're just kind of in everywhere. I'm so excited, and you can just go around and see either the flowers that are coming up or these dark leaves, which are my indicators. And what happens usually is that the flowers open up soon, and when that happens, I can share with you. And that's, of course, meaning that it's spring and things are going to start moving. But then what's happening is, well, first of all, there's the most amazing smell that comes from the flowers. No wonder the bees want to be attracted and pollinate, because they don't smell right now, but when they do open, it is just an amazing scent. But then we usually have some kind of a storm or rain, and what I've noticed is if I have tons of flowers on, I lose sometimes all of the flowers. And so I try not to get too excited about it until I actually see it turning into a lemon. And if I find that, look at all of these. So technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like one already fell off. Let's say 5 lemons, or maybe that was a lemon. Maybe that was one of the ones. We had 7 on this tree this year. That was a big yield for us. But let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these turn into lemons. Well, I would want to wait until I see which one looks the healthiest, and maybe cut some of those flowers off so that they're not all trying to fight for one space, and I can get a decent sized lemon or 2. But that's dreaming right now. This is where we're at. So this is the lemon tree. Next, I'm going to take you over here against this wall, and look at this beautiful, beautiful plant. Look at it. It's this giant tree. You can go all the way up. And this is a mulberry. And there are several types of mulberries. I'm not sure the exact mulberry, but I'll tell you the berries are very dark. They're dark purple, deeper color than or similar to a wild blueberry. And they are, if you come in here, you can see these little things right here. I mean, they're all over, thousands and hundreds of them right now. That is going to grow just a little bit longer, like this much, and the color is going to come in, and I will be able to collect, and I freeze those if we can't eat them, but they're delicious. And this little tree, well, now it's a big tree, but when we first got it, it was like a little stick. It was like a twig. My husband was laughing. He's like, that's going to be a tree, but it sure turned into one. And we'll probably cut it down a little bit because it's going to be awfully hard to get the mulberries from the top. But go ahead and take a look around here and just see, like over here, these are, look at this clump of them. And when they're really, really ready and they're this beautiful purple color, I actually hold a bowl underneath and I can literally just knock them with my finger and they'll all fall if they're ripe. Now, the birds love these and they stain all over. And I don't mind to share with the birds, but I do get greedy when the birds take all of them. So I did order a net, and I am going to be putting a net over it to protect it while it's ripening. And then I will share some, but I'll take some too. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go look at is this beautiful guy right here. And this is a lime tree. And well, before I go to the lime tree, I will just say I did buy that from a local gardener guy. And this one we got at Costco. And this is called it's either a kefir or a kefir, and I'm not sure on the correct pronunciation, but it's an Asian version of a lime, and it's very bumpy skin. And look, you can see I'm starting to get a couple. 3. Oh, isn't that exciting? I just love it. They're so cute. So again, just like the lemon, the dark leaves are where there's new growth, and there's going to be flowers all around. You can see the flowers that are coming in with, if they don't get blown off, the potential of being able to turn into these cool limes. And I'm just going to try to show you, there's a bunch of flowers everywhere. And I hope you can see this because the sun is kind of in our direction. What's so great about this is that it's used not only for the limes, but also for the leaves. Look, there you go. We found some more. Yay! Oh my goodness. And you can see on this one, can you tell that it's starting to get a bumpy texture, which is not like our standard key lime or regular lime. And when I bought these, I didn't know. I just said, oh, lime tree, I'd like one. So anyways, I'm gonna just let you look a little bit more in these right here. And it looks like there might be something developing there. And it's just really exciting. I have not taken the time to cook with the leaves, but maybe we can do that together when, when we have some of these limes. So last tree in this section is one that I am super proud of, and it's our grapefruit. And here it is. Look at this beautiful grapefruit tree. This tree is also one that we got at Costco, and the grapefruits are a yellow color. I think I have shown some pictures on my Instagram of my limes, and I had 17 I'm not limes, this is grapefruit. I had 17 grapefruit this year. Now, they had really thick skin. Some of them were amazing and delicious and juicy, and some of them were really dry. So, do you know why that is? Does anyone know why that is? Is it because I waited too long to pick them, or is it because it was the first year of a big yield? I'd be curious to know. So I tried to share them with some neighbors and friends, and most of them didn't get good ones. My grandson really enjoys grapefruit, one of them, and so he was able to get one. But it doesn't have anything right now. It does have some really pretty leaves that look nice and healthy that are new. These are new shoots. And that's it. That's what we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to check with me on the garden, and let me share some of our citrus trees and other fruit trees. Take care, everyone. I'm telling you, just go ahead, eat those greens. Bye-bye.